This lens is by far my most favourite thing I have in my camera bag. Well, since its release in February 2016, the mighty but mini Sigma 30mm F1.4 has become the most popular and affordable option for a lot of photographers and videographers who have APS-C cameras. But does it really live up to the hype? Well, let's find out. To avoid time wasting, my upfront conclusion about this lens is that it's actually quite impressive. As it is a prime lens, you aren't able to zoom in and out, so you are limited to that 30mm focal length, but I've been shooting with this thing for the past few months now, and honestly it's exceeded all of my expectations. Having that 1.4 aperture is often quite liberating when you're shooting in low light or dark environments, so it gives you that flexibility when you're shooting on the go. It is also worth noting that this lens was initially as part of a trio bundle alongside the 16mm and the 56mm, so it's that middleman option from being either too tight or too wide. It's just at that sweet spot in the middle. Not only is this lens great for creating shallow depth of field and that nice bokeh in your background, but it's also super versatile. You can use it for all sorts of shoots such as portraits, product photos or videos, talking head interviews, street photography, you name it, this lens probably can do it. The only thing I have found with this lens is about the stabilization issue, but I'll get onto that a little bit later in the video. Right, now that's out of the way, let's get into the unboxing. The Sony Sigma 30mm F1.4 comes in a standard Sigma box with the lens, well, a lens hood and a lens cap, alongside a few manuals, and then that's about it. The lens itself is well built, made out of metal and a bit of plastic at the end. It has a smooth focus ring, is easy to handle and has a sleek black design which looks compact and appealing. Plus the build quality of this lens feels similar to what you would normally find on high-end Sigma lenses, so that's quite a nice touch too. In terms of specs, the aperture ranges from f1.4 to f16 with its 9-blade aperture ring. It has a minimum focusing distance of 30cm or 11 inches and is compatible with the likes of the Sony E-mount, the Canon EF-M, the Micro Four Thirds and others. The lens has a filter thread of 52mm and weighs in at just 265 grams, making it a lightweight option that you could, not that I would advocate for it, tuck it in your jacket pocket. I mean, come on, we've all been there when we've had our hands full and we've just put our lens in our pocket. This one is small enough to do so, but again, you didn't hear it from here. Make sure you carry your lenses properly. Right. Anyway, now let's talk about image quality. As with most prime lenses, this lens produces some really nice sharpness within your image. The sharpness does increase as you stop down, but I don't really have any complaints of the edges, even at 1.4 when typically lenses perform the worst. In addition, the way that the focal length compresses your image is quite flattering and it's natural to how the human eye would typically perceive a subject. I've seen some people review this lens online and they say that this image distorts their subject, but I haven't really found that as of yet, but then again I do wear glasses, so who am I really to talk? The bokeh this lens produces is smooth and the autofocus is super fast and accurate, making it really easy to capture the perfect shot. In the early release days, a lot of people complained that this lens had a slow time autofocusing, but since then Sigma have updated their firmware, so the newer releases are absolutely fine, and that includes my version as well too. The autofocus can be a little bit noisy, but it isn't anything to ruin your dialogue at all. It's just a little thing that I've noticed from time to time when I've been out and about. As with any lenses, there are pros and cons to consider. Some of the pros include the fact that 1, it produces a lovely bokeh effect on your images and your videos. 2, it has a great attractive price point. I mean, for just under £300, this lens is an absolute steal. 3, it has a fast and accurate autofocus. And 4, the versatile nature of this lens. You can use this lens in a variety of different situations and it would perform quite well. On the other hand, there are 2 main cons that I've noticed with this lens. The first con is that there is some focus breathing. So for example, if you're shooting a video and there's a lot of movement in your shot, the lens is really quick to try and find a new focal point, and it sort of pinches in when it's trying to find that new focal point. So if I just move my hands like this, you'll be able to see that the lens tries to focus on my hands really quickly, and it is quite jarring because the lens pinches in so much. The second con is that there's no built-in image stabilization. Now Sony addresses this with their steady shot in-body image stabilization within their alpha cameras, But if you're using this lens on another camera, then I'd probably recommend pairing it either with a tripod, a gimbal, or a camera strap if you're looking to get smooth motion, because sometimes the frame on this thing can go all over the place. To conclude, the Sony Sigma 30mm F1.4 is a fantastic lens choice for anyone who's looking for a versatile and high quality prime lens. It's definitely an essential to have in your camera kit, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who's sort of considering it, weighing up their options, or umming and ahhing. I think it's definitely worth the value of money. But that's it for today's video. If you have any questions about the lens, then leave them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to let you know my thoughts. And if you have a favourite go-to prime lens, then also comment that below too. That's it for today. I'll catch you in the next one if you decide to stick around.